Dirty Jobs really and truly was a tribute to my granddad, my mom's father, Carl Rowe. He really and truly was a guy who could build a house without a blueprint. He was a magician. He could fix anything. That's how it seemed to me, you know? And that's how it seemed to a lot of other people too. And so when we got that show on the air, and when we realized that there really and truly was an audience, and I could be an apprentice instead of a host, you know, it was just an incredibly important thing for me. He was 91, Mom? Yeah. He was 92 when he died. He was 92 when he saw the first segment of a show called Somebody's Gotta Do It, which I was doing at Evening Magazine in San Francisco. That's the show that led to Dirty Jobs. But he saw enough of it. He was blind toward the end, but he could get close to the TV and see some things. And I believe what he might have seen was me with my right arm all the way into the bottom of a cow. I don't even know why I was doing it, honestly. There were cameras involved, and it was a job. It involved artificial insemination and all sorts of other things that I feel weird talking about in church. But it was an alarming video, and it was funny, and it was a little irreverent, but it was honest, and it showed work, exactly as it really was down on the farm. And once we saw that video, we knew we had something. We didn't know what it was, and it took a while to get on the air, you know, another year and a half or so. But when it did, ultimately, it was the best thing I ever did, because it wasn't a TV show. It was a tribute to my grandfather and my dad, honestly. Because if you look at Dirty Jobs, any episode, any scene, and by the way, it was on today. I don't know if anybody knows. It was on for 14 hours today. 14 hours. Since 2012 was on 14 hours today. There was something in that show that went way beyond TV, and it went way beyond labor, and it went way beyond the silly comedy that we often embrace. There was something in it that was just so real. It breaks my heart. And I didn't realize it till later. I mean, much later, but watching the show, watching me trying to keep up with a master. It didn't matter. It could be an iron worker, you know, it could be a bridge builder. It didn't matter what it was, but watching me as an apprentice, my first day on the job, I realized that what I was doing through that entire show was somehow my earliest memories of my dad and my grandfather. My dad is a school teacher and the hardest worker I've ever met and the most decent man I've ever known. But he worked most of his life in his spare time as my grandfather's apprentice. And my grandfather, my mom's dad, Carl Rowe, was probably the smartest man I ever met. He only went to the 7th grade. But the guy could have built his church, you know. And in fact, he did. He built Kenwood United Presbyterian Church. And so when I think about my pop, and when I think about my dad, and when I think about the earliest memories I have of work, and seeing the two of them going out into the woods where there was a problem, and coming back dirty, but the problem was fixed, that was the thing. That was the thing that stuck with me in a way that I didn't understand until Dirty Jobs got on the air, and until I actually watched myself on the show, basically being my dad, who was an apprentice to my grandfather. And I'm not going to put myself on the couch, but it's a good way to end the evening. That show, which brought us all together tonight, was really a love letter to my mom's dad and my dear dad who's here with us tonight.